Okay, so we're going to start today from a comfortable cross-legged position, so you can sit on the edge of a cushion to lift your hips up to be more comfortable, or have a wider position in front with your legs. Just find whatever feels right for you. We're going to be here a little while, so we're going to start with a breathing exercise. So what you're going to want to do, having your comfortable seated position, is to bring your hands into really gentle fists. So tucking your fingers into your palm, you can leave your thumbs out, let it be relaxed. And you're just coming together with the second part of your fingers. So not the tucked in little fingers, not the top long bit, but the second part. Just gently bringing them together finger by finger and bringing the base of your palms together. Bring this to your heart center, to the middle of your chest, and if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. So to do this, what we're going to do is breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. 3, 2, 1. And then exhale through your mouth for 4 counts. 3, 2, 1. Inhale through your mouth. 3, 2, 1, and then exhale through your nose. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's the pattern we're going to use. In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the mouth again, and then out through your nose. So let's do a few rounds of this. Feel free to move in your own time. I'll just give you one little go into it with me and then continue at your own pace. So breathe in through the nose. 3, 2, 1, out through the mouth. 3, 2, 1, in through your mouth. 3, 2, 1, out through your nose. 3, 2, 1. Continue your own pace for a few breaths. One more round. Good. Alright, so let's release those hands, and we're walking our hands forwards to come into a forwards fold over your legs. Returning to natural breathing, feeling your body relax on the exhale. Really connect your hands with the ground, with your mat. Really pressing down, feeling what the ground feels like, feeling that connection. And walk yourself back up straight. Bring your hands onto your knees. We're going to take cat-cow in this position. So inhale, reaching the chest through, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, curve the chest back, shoulders coming forwards. Inhale, reach it up again. Exhale, curve it on back. One more time, inhale, reach. Deep breaths, exhale, curve it on back. Alright, so sitting up straight. Bring your hands out in front of you and then stack the left hand over the right. So palms facing down. Clasp your fingers together and then take the hands towards the left side, letting your head reach towards the left as well. And move it the other way. So take this stretch with the breath, inhaling and exhaling deeply as you really pull the hands one side and the other side while keeping that spine reaching up straight from the ground up towards the sky. One more. And relax. Now bring your hands onto your shoulders, sit up high, sit up straight, inhale. Exhale, twist to one side and straight away move to the other, revolving around your spine, finding that little twist. It's helpful to have the arms here so that you're not pulling yourself around by using those arms. You're just finding the twist that is natural to your back in this moment. And remember to breathe. Find the fluidity in relaxing the breath. Alright, good. Come back to center. Reach your arms out really wide as far as you can away from each other. Inhale. Exhale, drop down to one side, onto your fingertips, onto your palm, onto your elbow, reaching up and over, planting down both sit bones and just reaching away from the ground with that upper arm, maybe looking up. And let's come back through center, reach them wide one more time. Inhale. Exhale, move the opposite way, reaching up and over. Try not to open out your back. Try to keep it really straight so we're not crunching into that lower spine. Reaching just sideways on, keeping your belly in line, pulling it up a little bit. Alright, coming back to center. So roll your legs around, swing them around or roll on over your knees, stepping out onto a high plank position. So palms are stacked underneath the shoulders. Toes are tucked underneath, pressing into your fingertips. Belly button lifted up towards your chest. Long spine, drawing the pelvis down. Remembering to breathe. And then bend your knees, hips up high, reach up to downwards facing dog with bent knees. And we're going to take a few plank down dog roll throughs. So rolling forwards by scooping in your belly, bringing the weight back over towards your hands into that high plank position. And then bend your knees, tuck your hips up high, reach them up, downwards facing dog. Keep it rolling, inhale, rolling forwards. Doesn't matter if you come down straight to a plank or just curve towards your hands. Scoop on up, downwards facing dog, exhale. 2 more, roll it forwards. Exhale, reach it back. Really bending into those knees, inhale, roll it forwards. Last time, bend those knees deep, sit it back up high, down dog. Alright, so staying in your down dog for a few breaths, so find what feels good for you, walk your feet to wherever they feel best, trying to keep them hip distance apart. Pressing into the fingertips, pressing down the heels if you can, if that feels good, bending the knees or lengthening them up, reaching the hips away from the head, the shoulder blades down the back. Looking forwards, look to your hands with baby steps and bent knees. Walk your feet towards your wrists until you can release your hands and fold over into this gentle forwards fold. Knees bent, toes spread. Release in the hands so you can hold opposite elbow, have a little sway. Breathing deeply, really connecting into the grounding of your feet. Before you release your hands, lengthen your back. Come all the way up, bring your feet together and find your mountain pose. Hands in heart center, prayer position. Spread out your toes, really ground down again. Draw up your knees, draw up your belly button a little bit to bring your spine long and straight, not clenching, not restricting your breath in any way. Shoulder blades drawing down your back. Chin lifted a little bit, parallel to the floor. Find that deep breath in your nose. And then we'll move into some salutation A. So inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, dive, fold over your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine, lengthen your legs. Exhale, plant your hands down, step it back to high plank. Bring that weight a little bit over your hands and then lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows close. Inhale, press on up, upwards facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downwards facing dog. Looking forwards again, walk back towards your wrists. 2 steps if you can. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it over. Inhale, lift it up, reach on up. Exhale, hands coming into prayer position. Walk your feet together again if they weren't already. Moving into sun salutation B. So bend your knees, really squeeze those legs together, bring those feet together as close as you can. Sweep your fingertips along your mat, come up to chair pose. So arms up in the air, sitting down into those legs, but keeping the belly lifted, keeping the pelvis tucked underneath. Inhale. Exhale, fold on over, lengthen up your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine, lengthen those legs. Exhale, plant your hands down, step it back, high plank. Weight over the hands, tuck the elbows in close to your body, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upwards facing dog. Reach up high with the chest. Exhale, press it back, downwards facing dog. We're going to lift up the left leg, so reach the left leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, draw the weight forwards towards plank, but keeping the leg off, draw the knee in towards the chest. Plant the foot as far forward as you can, aiming for between your hands. Don't worry if you need to shuffle. Tuck the back heel under, reach the body up, warrior one. So really pressing, squeezing into the front bent knee, lengthening up the back leg, chest lifting up high. And then we're going to open on out into warrior two. So hips to the long edge of your mat, arms reaching wide into a T shape, feeling the strength, remembering to breathe. Alright, so lengthen up the front leg. Inhale, reach your arms wide, maybe shuffle the legs in a little bit closer. Exhale, reaching over sideways, reaching for that front left leg. Both legs are long and straight, reaching for the shin, the ankle, hooking the big toe, so you can always walk those legs closer together to find more stability. Trying to lengthen both legs up, but if you need to bend, that's great for listening to yourself. And really finding that pause, that peace in between the breaths. Before you maybe slide your legs out a little bit more, bend the front knee, come back up to warrior two, turn back to the front of your mat, into warrior one, and then plant those hands down, tuck the back toes under, step it back to high plank, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, upwards facing dog. Exhale, press, downwards facing dog. Repeating on the other side to lift up the opposite leg. Draw it through, plant it in the front, tuck the back, heels down, reach on up, warrior one. Hips really square towards the front of the mat, making sure your foot is beyond your knee. Open out those hips, warrior two. Find the fluidity in that twist and that opening, really reaching wide, finding the ease in the breath. Your arms are balancing on a cloud. Extend the front leg, shuffle the legs a little bit closer together, reach your arms wide, inhale. Exhale, fold sideways, both knees lifting up, reaching for the shin, the ankle, hooking that big toe, finding your extended triangle pose. If you have trouble opening out the chest and finding the ease here, bring the hand onto the hip and focus on opening, lengthening everywhere. Every limb, every torso, every part of your body reaching out. Until you step it back, bending the front knee, coming back to warrior two. Reaching back towards the front of your mat, warrior one. Plant those hands down, tuck the back toes under, step it back to high plank, lower it down. Inhale, upwards facing dog. Exhale, press. Downwards facing dog, one deep press into your down dog, and then walk it forwards. Feet together now at the front of your mat. Half lift, lengthen your spine, lengthen your legs, fold it over, squeeze those feet together, squeeze those legs together as you bend your knees, sit back into your heels, sweep your fingertips, come up to chair pose. Arms reaching up high, sitting down into those heels, and then lengthening up and finding your mountain pose. Alright, so step back, let's step back with the right leg. So you've got this foot position where your feet are in line with your hips, train tracked, so that back foot is a little bit wider. You can have the back foot turned out a little bit as well. More stability, I would recommend. Front foot facing forwards. Bring the front leg, so the left leg hand onto the hip. Reach up high with the right. Really reach towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forwards. And then when you can't fold it any more forwards, cross it over. Bring that right hand towards the outside of the left leg or towards the ground. Twisting the same way as that front leg, so twisting towards the left. Shuffling the feet so you're more comfortable. Widening out maybe. And then lengthen up towards the sky. Alright, bring that hand back to the hip, reach on back up to the sky, both hands on the hips, and we're going to pivot around to the other side. So you're going to need to walk the feet back into that train track position. The feet are wide and the front hand is on the hip, back hand lifting up, reach up as high as you can, inhale. Exhale, fold it forwards as far as you can, cross it over, find your twisted revolved triangle. Reaching up to the sky, or again you can keep your hand on your hip. Trying to lengthen up both knees, it's a lot on the abdominals, on the strength and the balance. If you need to bend, again, feel free to do so. This is your time, enjoy yourself, feel good. Bring that hand back to the hip. Lengthen up, both hands on the hips. Pivot again, and we're meeting on the long edge of the mat. So make sure your feet are on the same plane. Turn your toes in and experiment. You can experiment once you're down there with how wide your feet are if they're closer together, but make sure they're wider than your hip distance. Wide leg forward fold. So hands on the hips, reach up high, inhale. Deep breath. Exhale, fold it forwards, leading with the heart center, leading with the chest. Coming down, bringing your hands towards the ground if they can reach, or keeping them on your hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deeper, drawing the crown of the head down. And taking your deep breath, so relaxing down here. Drawing up the knees again if it feels good, or keeping them a little bit bent to protect yourself. Really connecting in with these simple movements and postures to find our grounding, to find the peace in the breath, to take some time out for ourselves. Alright, lengthen, come all the way up really slowly, walk your feet together at the front of your mat, clasp your hands behind your back, ground down your feet, and then open out your chest into this clasped mountain pose, opening out. Good, let's release that. And we're going to do a really classic simple balance in tree pose. So find your footing, find your grounding, and then pick up one leg, doesn't matter which, we're going to do both. So either place the foot with the ball of the foot down for more stability, heel to the ankle, or you can bring it up a little bit to the calf, really find that stability, just a little bit lifted, or if you want, always skipping the knee, come to the top of the thigh. Wherever you want to place your tree pose, it's up to you, there's no judgment, there's no pressure at all. Do whatever you want to do. Don't even pressure yourself. Hands coming into prayer position at heart center. Focus on a spot on the wall, on the floor. Spread out those bottom toes. You can lift up the hands above your head if it feels better for you. I'm going to leave them here. Not worrying about any wobbles. And deepening your breath. Alright, knee to center, slide it on down, repeat on the other side. So heel to the ankle, coming through center to the calf, or through center again to the top of the thigh. Hands coming into heart center. Spread out those bottom toes. Sit up high with your head reaching up towards the sky. even if it's only for half a second. Be so proud of yourself for balancing on one leg. How often do you do this in your day? And how often do you choose to do it for yourself? To just play around. Find the freedom in that. Alright, knee to centre, drop it on down. So walk your feet further than hip distance apart towards the edges of your mat. Turn your toes out. Bend your knees, and we're coming into squat pose malasana, so reaching forwards, sitting on as low down as you can, making sure these knees are pointing in the same direction as those feet. So if you want to change where the foot is reaching, have a look, observe that, sitting down as low as you can. If you are low to the ground and your hands feel free and you're like, what do I do with them? What you can do is bring your hands into heart center, use the elbows to press out the knees and relax, sitting on down, spine coming up long. So staying in this position, keep on pressing down, pressing your palms together, or if you're high up, maybe close your eyes, rocking backwards and forwards over your hands, finding what feels nice. Or if you've practiced a crow arm balance before, we're going to move into that if you want to join me. So bending your knees, bringing your knees towards your armpits or the outsides of your upper arms, not any lower than your elbows. And then we're reaching forwards, bringing the weight into the hands, testing one foot at a time, and then for full crow, drawing the toes together, lifting them up towards you, and finding that weight and that balance in the palms, in the fingertips. Breathing and finding the stability in this pose, coming down, coming up, taking however many tries you want, holding for however long you want to. And then pause if you want to try again, or we're all going to come back down into Malasana squat pose. Shuffle out those shoulders a bit. Walk the hands forwards, everyone together. Step it back into high plank. Lower it down, chaturanga. Inhale, upwards facing dog. Exhale, press back, downwards facing dog. And then looking forwards, come onto your knees, cross your legs, sit back down, stretch those legs out. In front of you, we made it to the ground. So drawing in the right leg, let the knee fall out, bring the base, the sole of the foot to the inner thigh of the other leg. Moving into Janu Shirshasana. So reaching up high with your arms, inhale. Drawing that toe, the left foot towards you. Exhale, fold forwards, reach with the chest first, reaching for the foot and relaxing over. Closing your eyes if you're comfortable, really feel the stretch inside your body. See if you need to adjust to make it feel any better. And then come on up, walk your hands back. So moving around this right bent leg, reach back with the right arm, reaching back behind you. Press into this back hand, press into the knee, into the heel of the left foot, the extended leg. Reach your hips up off the mat, up high, open out your chest into this mini wild thing. Really find the freedom, the release in the opening of the chest. And then sit back down. Alright, so again, twisting a little bit over this right leg. Reach your arms forwards. See if you can bring the weight into this right shin so that you're kneeling onto that leg. Shuffle it back in line with this left extended leg. Reaching the right arm wide, find your gate pose. Reaching long and away. So just adding a little space into this side body, and then bend that front left knee, bring the weight up over it, shuffle the back leg out straight, find your low lunge, so onto your fingertips, onto your fists, onto your palms, whatever feels good, lengthening your chest forwards, opening out your back, drawing those legs away from each other, and hips reaching down. Breathing deeply. Alright, tuck those back toes underneath. Plant your hands down if you can. Step back into high plank. Taking our vinyasa flow, so elbows coming down. Inhale, upwards facing dog. Exhale, press back. Downwards facing dog. Looking forwards, coming onto your knees. Swinging on around, sitting down, repeating on the other side. So I'll stay this way. So left leg coming in, open it out. Sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Reach up high. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forwards. Taking this nice stretch. Relaxing over your leg. And finding the breath after that quick little vinyasa. Walking the hands back in. Twisting so that the left hand is reaching around towards the back. I'm going to turn around for you guys to see better. So the left foot is in, the left arm is twisted around, plant down to the knee, the extended right heel, lift the hips up high, up and out into this mini wild thing. Really opening the chest, feeling like you're joyous, you're shouting to the world how great you feel. And sit back down. Good. Alright, so again, we're still twisting over this left leg. We're reaching the arms forward, seeing if you can come up onto the shin, shuffle it around, find your gate pose, reaching wide. Kneeling down, right leg extended, still draw up the belly button, not opening up the back and just reaching long. And then we're going to bend into that extended right leg, bring the weight over towards that new front foot. Bring the back leg in line, find your low lunge. So you're reaching down. Hands again, fists if it's comfortable, fingertips onto the palms. Or even if you need to be up high, you can be on your knee. Breathing deeply. And then plant those hands, step it back into high plank. Lower it down, chaturanga. Inhale, upwards facing dog. Exhale, press. Downwards facing dog. I'm going to walk back around. Enjoy your down dog for a second. And then looking forwards, roll back forwards, come down onto your knees. Sit on down, shuffle it around. And we're going to find Baddha Konasana. So walking both feet in this time, opening up both knees, soles of the feet both together, reaching for those ankles, shins, hooking those toes by clasping the fingers. Inhale, reaching the chest up high. Exhale, leading with the chest, fold on over, drawing down, closing your eyes if you're comfortable. You can even walk your arms far forwards if you're quite low down. If you want a little extra relaxation in your pose. Really tuning into that breath in your chest. Deep breaths. As you exhale, releasing deeper, sinking down into your body. Feeling how you feel, knowing it's okay. And then walking those hands back, draw those knees together, and we're going to roll all the way down onto our backs. Hands coming beside the body, palms facing down, like brakes, planting down, feet still planted, feet hip distance apart, lift up the hips into bridge pose. You can clasp your hands behind your back, or keeping them long. Imagine you're squeezing a beach ball in between your legs so the leg position doesn't move, but the feeling of the muscles changes to support the back. Reaching up high with those hips. One more deep breath. Exhale, release. Release the hands, roll down one vertebrae at a time from the top to the bottom. Bring the knees in towards the chest, squeezing those legs together, arms coming into a T shape if you have room. And then let both knees fall over to one side, looking over the opposite shoulder for this easy twist. Again, closing your eyes if you feel comfortable, really tuning into the inside of you and what you feel. More important than what the pose looks like is how it feels. Coming back through center, move to the opposite side. And then staying on this side, bring both hands around to your chest, to your heart center. Scooping on in into this nice little side child's pose, finding the comfort in this familiar position. And then plant down your top hand, extend your top leg, press, come all the way up. So again, like at the start, finding the full circle from this flow. Find your comfortable cross-leg position. Maybe you don't need a cushion now, maybe you want it and you didn't have it before. Whatever feels good for you in this moment. Bring your hands onto your knees for a second and just take a few natural breaths, eyes closed if you're comfortable. Just addressing how you feel, letting it be felt. No judgment. Maybe you're just enjoying how you feel. And then we're just going to repeat that first breathing practice one more time to see the difference, to maybe add on a little bit to bring it into your practice. So hands in gentle fists, bringing the second part of the fingers together, the base of the palm together, making this little diamond-like position. Bringing that over your heart center, sitting up high and relaxed. Inhaling through your nose. 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your mouth. 3, 2, 1. Inhale through your mouth. 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your nose. 3, 2, 1. Inhale through your nose. 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your mouth. 3, 2, 1. Inhale through your mouth. 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your nose. 3, 2, 1. Repeat one time on your own. Pause the video and continue as long as you like, or return to natural breathing, bringing your hands onto your knees one more time, just addressing that feeling, feeling the peace, allowing yourself to feel what you feel. And then bringing your hands to prayer position at heart center, bowing down to your fingertips if you like. Namaste. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this practice and I'll see you again next time.